Alright, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace your lift pump or fuel pump in a 1990 Dodge W250. Here's the new part I got. This is a cheap, like $36, I think it was like $40 after tax. It was, I got it off Amazon. Yeah, nothing special about it. It came with 2 gaskets, which is nice. I think we should only need one of them. Here's my old one. It's leaking out of the weep holes. And you can see how there's diesel fuel all over. And I do collect drips. So that needs to be fixed. So the tools I think I'm gonna need so far are a flathead screwdriver, crescent wrench, 10mm on an extension, and then a 9/16 wrench. So the first step is going to be, you're gonna loosen this screw right here, pull this fuel line off, and then unscrew this fitting from the pump. Alright, so with a little bit of persuasion with some pliers, I was able to get this off. It's just loosen that up as much as you can and then yank it off. You might be able to see the barb at the tip of my finger down there. The next thing I'm gonna do is remove that line right there. So I finally got that fitting off. At first I was loosening up the fitting and that whole top piece, all of this was turning with that fitting. So what I ended up having to do was put a 17mm wrench on that bottom hex, as long as with the 9/16 line nut wrench. This on the fitting, and this down there on that hex. And I was finally able to break that nut loose and get it free. Next step is going to be to take the 10mm on your extension and remove the pump from your engine block. There should be 2 10mm on both sides. So now that you have the pump removed, it may have taken some persuasion. I had to use a small hammer and just tap the sides to get this thing out. It was kind of a pain in the butt. You need to use your very small, not oversized crescent wrench to remove your fitting for your inlet. And then you also need to remove the rest of the gasket off the side of the block, so when you put your new gasket on, it seals properly. So I got the fitting transferred. I did put a little bit of Teflon tape on this because there was some pipe dope on it, and I wanted to make sure there was something on the threads. Now it's just to get this back in. I did clean off the block and wipe it down with a paper towel. So I will just put one gasket on this, put the 2 10mm bolts back in, and then I will have to reconnect this line. I have it now bolted onto the block. It is now time to tighten up that fuel line up top. Now that we got that line hooked up, we just got to push this line back onto that barb and tighten it up. So now that it is all hooked back up, I'm going to give it some pumps just to hopefully get this all primed. I'm going to give it some pumps till I feel a bit of pressure. Hopefully get this primed because there was some fuel that dripped out of this line, and this line is now empty, or not quite as full as it was. So I'm gonna hopefully get some pressure in this. I'm going to try to start it. If it doesn't start, I'm gonna come back out here give us a few good more pumps, and then repeat the process. And if it still doesn't start, I have to bleed the fuel lines. All right, let's try to start it. Right up.
The voltage is normal. Blue.
So we fixed one problem. The truck is rolling away. And we cause another one. So that line is not tight enough. Let's tighten it a little bit more. So, after many times of trying to get that to seal, it took me way too long. What I finally ended up doing was putting some Teflon tape. I know, probably not the smartest thing, not the best, but it worked. And it's not stupid if it works. So, that's what I did. And it's not leaking diesel anymore. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.